with another reaction. This time I'm going to do another K-pop girl group. I'm loving these pretty girls singing and dancing and stuff, man. It's great. I will include the information for the artist in the description, a link to their page, and also a link to the video if you want to support my channel, because this content is not monetizable. My channel does not monetize anyway, but if you like what I do and you want to help me out, I'm a music major. I got an associate's degree in music back in 2018, and I'm currently working on an associate's degree in music business, and I have the intention of transferring, but I'm not sure which one I'm going to lean into just yet. But my thing is, I don't really listen to much pop music, and I don't really listen to much contemporary music, so I'm getting ready to go ahead and finish my degree, but I wanted to just sort of survey the industry and see what kinds of things are out in the popular music realm and the things that people are listening to these days. Because I really don't know. I have no idea. But I've been checking out new sounds, things I haven't heard before. I really liked the first K-pop song that I heard. So I've been going through some of the top groups to see what else is out there, and for the concept being the same, I gotta say there's enough of a difference between the different groups that I've heard. They don't sound the same, which has a lot to do with, say, how many members are in the group, the type of music that, like in terms of genre and song structure, some feature certain vocal stylings while others have different vocal stylings. Some really some songs have been carried by the vocal parts. Some songs have been more balanced between the tracks, the music tracks, and the vocal tracks. And they've all been very aesthetic too. Very, very deliberately engineered pop aesthetic and sound, just all around. But that's not to say that they're not good at what they are. You know what I mean? I've enjoyed it. I enjoy the K-pop music more so far than the sort of Western pop stuff that I've heard, right? Just that I've heard so far. I'm not saying it sucks either. I'm just saying I thought it was more fun, the things that I was hearing out of the K-pop sound. So that's why I'm interested. My curiosity's been piqued as far as these kinds of groups. So today, in this video, I'm going to be looking at a group called Itzy, I guess, ITZY. I don't know if it's supposed to be just like letter for letter, or if you say Itzy, Us is a five piece group here. There's 5 members, and so yeah, gonna check out, without further ado, Sneakers by Itzy.
Yeah, let's go. Like what? 자유로운 기분 not like that. 고민 따윈 already done. 색감각 이거 보는 게 재치, that's not my fault. I don't care at all. 내 멋대로 갈 거야. 필요 없어, oh there. 지금 my you 지금 my you The party ain't started 시작도 안 했어 난 요즘 붙인 말이 하나 있지 My best is yet to come 난 없어 call me trouble Or you can call me weirdo 나로 살고 싶어 똑같이 지금 어울린 채로 다 가질 듯한 attitude 긁으면 돼
Okay, so very campy, right? Especially this chorus part. When it comes to this little pre-chorus section, there's a very major shift in the chords, which is why it sounds so a little bit brighter, a little bit higher, you know. And then it goes into, you know, a very it drops to third, and so it's sounding not so major, and it goes into a very, very campy sort of chorus. Again, there's the sort of split between English lyrics and also Korean lyrics, you know, like some of the words you get in English, some of the things you get in Korean. It's fun. I like the tempo. I like the tempo. I like the arrangement so far. Yeah, it's definitely got the stylings, the K-pop stylings. There's something that this group has done. I didn't hear it so much with Blackpink, but their vocal work was very strong. But in this group, Twice, and I think the aespa group, what I hear is like a lot of little vocal bits, you know, little oohs and little like oohs and ahs and stuff, and they're entertaining. They fill up the vocal rhythm parts in I guess like just fun ways. They keep moving each time. Yeah, let me see. I'm gonna start it over from the beginning. Just it's not that complex. It's not like a whole lot going on, but there still is plenty going on. So
yeah
that little bass sound right there in the beginning is so like it's got, I mean, it adds something to the sound right from the start. And I don't know how, like when I thought of K-pop, that's kind of the kind of sound that I think I would have associated with it before having heard it. And this is the first group I've actually heard it in. Now, I haven't heard all the songs by the other groups, so, you know, I don't know for sure. But it's a very distinct type of bass sound to use. I mean, like it's pretty strong. It kind of, you know, it's not too strong, but it's very, very, very sort of like sort of sharp, you know, like it cuts in to the sound. But okay, I just noticed that first. I want to see like when the vocal really starts in though.
Yeah Let's go Like what 자유로운 기분 I like that 고민 따윈 already done 색감과 끼고 보는 게 재치 That's not my fault
See like the little doubles, like the don and the whoa, like the actual line ends, but then you get a little. It's not even like a half beat, like just a additional. It could be anything, could be any sound. It's just that little bit of an extension beyond where the line would end. You know, that's was what I was talking about.
I don't care at all. 내 멋대로 갈 거야. 필요 없어 older. Don't need no guidance. I'm making my way. I'm on my way up. Run to the top. 난
See that
언제나
awu?
straight. 원래 두려움
Alright,
없어
see?
난. 상관없어. Call me trouble.
Very
Or
major
you can
here.
call me weirdo. 나로 살고 싶어. 손끝을 어울린 채로 다 가질 듯한 attitude. 그거면 돼. Put my sneakers on. 하나 둘 ready get set go. Put my sneakers on. Yeah yeah. Put my sneakers on. 하나 둘 ready get set go. 빨리 가보자고 yeah yeah.
I think it's interesting in that because that was like the set piece there was like very classical, you know, like the powdered wigs and the ruffly shirts and you know, like that was very 1700s or whatever, like and they were depicting, like I said, a campy sort of modern type of persona there. But I don't know, it's just interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. 뛰던 순간 stand up 빨리 뛰는 심장 don't stop get loose 불태워 지금 my groove
Very you know, like the style, the rhythm of these vocal parts, the style is much more hip hop, like urban, like dance, you know. But very much so, like they're leaning more into that than the other groups. Sort of, but a little lighter, a little more lighthearted. They're kind of silly. They're kind of like, you know, the aespa group was very serious, kind of in the other video, which is what I think they're most comparable out of the groups I've heard so far. And but they were trying to be a little more like edgy, and this is trying to be edgy too, but it's a little bit sillier. It's a little bit more lighthearted.
my youth the party ain't started 시작도 안 했어 난 요즘 꽃인 말이 하나 있지 my best is yet to come 없어 call me trouble or you can call me weirdo 나로 살고 싶어 똑같이 지켜 어울린 채로 다 가질 듯한 attitude 그거면 돼 Put my sneakers on 하나 둘 ready get set go Put my sneakers on that's right yeah yeah Put my sneakers on 하나 둘 ready get set go 빨리 가보자고 yeah 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 새롭게 뛰고 싶어 다른 사람 시선들 don't care now 어디까지 가게 될지 모르지만 일단은 start right now yeah alright
That was the coolest rhythm change like so far. I mean, that was pretty cool. Feel a little descending lines there. Yeah, very busy, very like full. That was the most fun rhythmic change up there.
멈추지 마 to the top Don't worry about it cause you know I put my sneakers on 상관없어 call me trouble or you can call me weirdo 나로 살고 싶어 손끝을 지켜 올린 채로 다 가질 듯한 attitude 그거면 돼 You better put your sneakers on Put my sneakers on 하나 둘 ready get set go Put my sneakers on yeah yeah Put my sneakers on 하나 둘 ready get set go 빨리 가보자고 yeah 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 자유롭게 뛰고 싶어 다른 사람 시선들 don't care now 어디까지 가게 될지 모르지만 일단 start right now yeah alright 멈추지 마 to the top 같이 걸어가 보자고 yeah yeah
Okay, so very campy, kind of more like maybe younger demographic, still has that like Target kind of a feel to it, um, which I'm not. I don't say that, in a bad way. It's very clean. It's like everything is very clean. The sounds are very clean. Um, yeah, it was interesting. It was just campy. The least less sort of edgy than the aespa group, uh, but it was still a fun track. Let me see. Again, the vocal work was solid. It was there. There's a lot of there are strong voices in this one too. Um, let me see. I think there's still like maybe one more group that I was gonna listen to, one or two. So far, I'd say Twice was my favorite, and then the Blackpink one, and then the aespa one, and then this one. I think that's of what I've heard, anyways. What I've In terms of what I've enjoyed the most. That's the way that I would have to rank them in descending order. But what they have is a solid formula with these sort of pop group acts. I mean, this we had this, back in the 90s, early 2000s. I mean, it's like it's the same sort of concept as boy bands or whatever were back then. Girl bands or whatever. It's the same thing, but still very upbeat, very just more going on in terms of the whole song in general, compared to the Western stuff, anyhow. But that's it for this reaction. That was Itzy with the song Sneakers.